As I sum up, I'm just trying to look at the different parts of, because when you're in business, you are not alone. I mean, you are not, you're dealing with an environment with suppliers. We have substitutes of goods, and we have potential entrants, and also the bargaining powers of the buyers who are already existing. And I think I don't know how this combination of factors would influence the way you would think in terms of how do you have a competitive edge at the end of the day.
The present way, the more current way of looking at a business takes into account all those issues. For example, when you're looking at how you produce and deliver, you're looking at which key resources are you deploying. Those key resources are coming from partners who are suppliers, who are, you can call them capital partners. The term partner no longer mean only a supplier. It could be a unique relationship with a supplier or suppliers. It could even mean partnering with the largest supplier so that they provide you with what is part of their business. So they actually own a bit of your business. The way they approach the business when they are owners is very different from the way they approach the business when they are pure suppliers of capital or pure suppliers of goods and services. So how the relationship between this business and its key partners, mainly the source of monies, so the capital, the sources of influence, which was not part of the model thinking in the olden days. So today we bring a partner who is not only giving us capital, but is also giving us influence. What do I mean by influence? Is other businesses are improving how our business is done. We are leveraging on his opportunities. We are leveraging on his partnerships elsewhere. We are perhaps even supplying our end output into one of his businesses. So our market is assured in one way or the other. So the way things are organized today, that item called partner provides the key resources, provides the key, what I would call influence, and then it is how then you organize the resources, including leveraging on his existing infrastructure, can make you so different in your competing space. So the supplier power competitions and the buyer power competitions are useful in business, but they can be reduced, they can be lowered by how you organize your partnerships. You can significantly lower the power of suppliers by getting a large supplier to own a bit of your small business. So instead of them looking at you as someone they give a small piece, they are looking at you as an outlet for their own business. And they look at the size of your opportunity and see what they can do with it. They will give you fair or fairer terms than they would give your competitors. That can demystify supplier power. On the buyer power side, we change things by playing with the market segment, defining the profile of the end buyer so clearly and how they do things, what we call their social needs, their basic needs, their functional needs, and what we call also their emotional needs. The market today defines the client so in such a fine way that the product and the service offer almost meets the client's needs so perfectly. That's reducing the need for in terms of competition at the buyer end. So by doing things the way they are done now, the buyer power is demystified by how you identify the client needs and then match it so well with the package which you offer. And then you deliver through an infrastructure that demystifies the supplier power. So these things are being done. I mean, there would be no need for, there would be no place for huge businesses like Amazon. There would be no places for Elon Musk and his enterprise if he was not differentiating things so differently that what used to run the game is no longer running the game. Supplier power remains important. The buyer power remains important, but it is how you play with them to leverage your game as opposed to playing in the space where they are the ones dancing you around.